So, so James, I've known you for several years, and I know that your father, uh, James as well, he was a professional driver, a chauffeur, as we call it here, for the Egyptian embassy for several decades, for several ambassadors. And that it runs in the family, and you're a professional driver, and even your brother is a professional driver. So tell me, what is it you enjoy most about being a chauffeur, taking tourists around Ireland?
The thing I enjoy most about it here is that people come to this country for the scenery, the experience of seeing something that can be up to 2,000, 2,500 years old, which in general, unless you read a guidebook, you won't know it's there. But although the guidebooks will tell you you have to do it this way and you have to do it that way, the real thing is to an Irishman, he knows where he's going. It's not the guidebook can be written by anybody else. We pride ourselves on being personal. Uh, you come here for a holiday. You don't come here for stress. We take all the stress out of your driving, out of your hotels. We look after you. We do it. That's what we do.
You were just telling me you got a Christmas card from one of your clients this year.
Yeah, well, we have a saying here. I like to think that people come here as clients and they leave as friends. So, yes, we've had several referrals. I get Christmas cards all the time. Um, I'm not a traveler. This country's just the right size for me. Lots of invitations to go to America. It's too big. We're small. We're a small country. I grew up here. I grew up on the roads. So I live in the most spectacular and beautiful country in the world, I consider.
Well, you're talking about the roads, and as an American, I can say that it's tough driving on the wrong side of the road, and not it's not the hard part of it. I mean, it's the fact that you're always having to worry about what side you're on, but the lanes are very narrow. And
Uh-huh.
the third thing is you don't have here in Ireland what I'd characterize as a berm, which is like some extra road just in case you need to do something, like some stones or something. It's like usually it's like a stone wall or it's a drop off. I mean, and that's the scary part. Not only on the wrong side, but there's no margin of error.
Well, you get used to it. We're on the right side of the road, and as I always say, the rental companies or the car companies, they should tell you in Ireland that when we built, or not when we, well, when the men built the roads here, especially on the roadside, the walls, they'd no cement, they'd no nothing to bind them, so they used dirt, muck, clay, put it into it to bind it. Eventually, the grass grows on that, and a lot of people they think maybe it's oh, that's okay to give my car a little rub off this, but underneath it's stone. It's not just the grass. We see them here in the summer months with side mirrors gone, panels gone. Um, it's not comfortable in areas unless you're a very comfortable driver or a confident driver. You have to be confident in this country to drive. So that's why we enjoy taking the stress out of your daily driving.
It is stressful as a driver. When I've driven a distance on the right side of the road, you'd say I've not had a vacation. Everybody else has enjoyed the scenery. And, oh, look at the hills, look at the sheep, and I'm like,
Well, this,
I've watched the white line for the last two
yeah, well,
hours.
you come to the other side of it too, then the person that's driving doesn't see the other side of the road. We've had
Yes.
several occasions where I live in Roundwood, um, car sideways in a ditch. Can you get me out? Yeah, we pull you out. We'll get you out because I live up here. And the first thing the husband says to the wife is, if you see another waterfall, just don't tell me because it's not comfortable for a driver here. That's where we take the stress out of your driving.
Yet, my brother is very big on watching these Rick Steves videos, and he gets whenever country he goes to, he buys these really thick Rick Steves books, and there's lots of them. It's not Rick in particular. I mean, there's lots of just Lonely Planet, and
Yeah.
they're it seems to me like they're all written typically by Americans on how to visit a foreign country. Wouldn't somebody in a foreign country know better about their own country?
Well, we do, yeah. I mean, we take you to places that these guys don't know about. Not only do they not know about, but again, everything here is distance. We have a saying here that these guidebook guys read the book. They travel, we think, in a helicopter or a jet. We don't use them. We have to use a car. So you have that time frame that you have to work it out. Um, if you don't work it out properly, it can take your day up trying to find something here that you want to see.
Hmm.
As I said, some of our stuff here is 2,000, 2,500 years old. If you don't know where you're going, you'll miss it or you'll lose it.
That's get the personal touch is so
Well,
important.
that's it. I mean, as I say, I personally love to show my country as it is, not for what somebody sees in a guidebook.
Hmm.
We show it as we see it. There's certain roads here that we use that guidebooks don't use. Um, so we make it personal and we try and get you there as peaceful and as quietly as possible
You make it memorable.
without stress.
I one of the things I was very impressed to learn about is that to be a chauffeur, service provider, tour
Mhm.
bus operator, it's a very regulated industry here in Ireland. I mean, there's rules about how many hours a day, how many days a week. There's tracking, and there's also regular training that you have to take year after year to keep up to your standards of the industry, and that the government keeps a very high standard for the entire tourism industry.
Yes, even down as far as our cars. Our cars are regulated every year. They're national car test every year. You have to have a special insurance, special license, special training, and it's all to do with safety.
Hmm.
It's all to do with safety of yourself and passengers. Your hourly driving is up to 8 hours a day, and this is all to do with the European legislation that we have to do it. And it works. It's very easy for everybody. It's not that you can do 12, 14 hours a day driving. You cannot do it anymore because it's not safe.
Hmm.
So that's why they have introduced all this, and it's working. It works very well.
And you do not just tours for families, but also you have corporate clients, repeat corporate clients that have
Yes.
whether they're large groups or looking for a night out or they're a week away golfing. You have
Yeah,
vehicles to support all different sizes.
we service all the industries as from a car up to a bus.
Hmm.
You can be two, four, six, or as many people as you like. You bring your family. We cater for families. So in that aspect, yes, and we can do everything, as they say. Um, Maybe even a helicopter if you want one. We can get those here. We have them.
Is there anything else you like that comes to your mind like to talk about?
Not really, just that we enjoy what we do as a company. We enjoy servicing people, looking after people, making sure they have a time of their life. As I said, you come as clients and you leave as friends.
That sounds great.